Well, I'm extremely excited to welcome Fritz Coleman to the program. Of course, longtime weathercaster, meteorologist in Los Angeles, and a great performer. And you're bringing your show here to the desert for Temple Sinai and for Jewish Family Services. We're really looking forward to this, Fritz.
I'm so happy, first of all, in a general sense, to be talking to live humans with a pulse after a year and a half. But I'm really excited to come down there and have some fun with the folks from Jewish Family Services. I'm so flattered that they invited me, and we're going to have a great time, I can promise you.
Well, obviously, yours is a familiar face. You were in homes of millions of people every evening, but some people may not realize that along with, in concert with your weather career, you've been a performer and a comedian for many, many years. So tell people a little bit about the show they're going to see.
Well, the title of this show is Aging Gracefully in the Era of a Pandemic. I was just trying to tie two things in my life together, getting older and how I spent the last year and a half. But I do general observation humor about my age and having grandchildren and where I am in life and stuff people can relate to. There's no politics. I love the ability to take people out of themselves for an hour. We have so much darkness in the world and so many cares, and this is just an hour when you don't have to think about that. And I think we'll have fun.
And throughout your career, you work with a number of different nonprofits. Obviously, that's important to you. Jewish Family Service provides so many people with counseling and other services. It's really important for you to continue to reach out on behalf of those who have less, and you kind of help build those people up through these performances.
Well, honestly, Patrick, it's the best part of my life. It was the part of my job that I really enjoyed, and you do too as a meteorologist when you're invited to go out into the community. The community outreach aspect of my job were secretly beyond the meteorology and beyond climate change were the best part of my career when I could go out and make a difference in the community. And I've continued to do that. And that's why I have a full retirement. The only thing that's missing is maps and a tie.
And I bet you don't miss the time. Maybe.
No, I do not. I do not.
Now, obviously, coming out of the pandemic, you were performing fairly regularly, but it's been a little while. So, getting back in front of live audiences post-pandemic, talk a little bit about that. I know it's exciting, but also probably a little daunting.
That is a really interesting point. I was just talking about this with my family. I did a couple of shows. I did some in Orange County, and they were outside, which is I don't want to get too far in the weeds with stand-up, but the outside performances for stand-up are not ideal unless you're in a big amphitheater setting. So first of all, not exercising those muscles for a year and a half is you can't go dormant as a comic. You have to keep working. So it was brutal, and I had a rough time. So I finally started doing some spots in some clubs locally up here and sort of working out, as we say, and I'm finally back to where I feel good about it. But you're absolutely right. It's if you don't use those muscles, it's bad.
Well, it is really important to have that connection with the audience, that live connection, the feedback in the room. I'm delighted that you took some time to chat with us. Your performance is Sunday, November the 14th, 3 o'clock at Temple Sinai, and it benefits Jewish Family Service of the Desert, a great organization. Fritz, I can't wait to see you in person.
I hope you and I can sit down and have a cup of coffee and talk about the general state of broadcasting sometime. And I really appreciate you allowing me to promote this show. You have a lot of followers in the desert. Thanks, Patrick.
100% my pleasure.